Hello students and parents, hope you're doing well. This is the only portion of the spring package for 4th grade. I'm just asking students to write in their journal every day. And just to pick one particular topic that they could write about and include a introduction, a body, and a conclusion. We've already been through introductions and conclusions. The body is the part where all the detail is located. And I give 2 examples on these videos, and also there's 2 samples in their packets. So hopefully they would find something interesting to write about and find this both challenging and helpful in improving their writing skills. I wish all of you a spring break fiesta as well. Hopefully you're going to do something special. Over spring break, I'd like you to keep a journal. Try and write something down at least once a day. There's 8 areas in your journal to put something down. We've gone over introduction before, the who, does, what, when, and where. The bodies and details is what I'm going to show you today. It's going to be in 2 videos, so I'm going to have 2 introductions that I'm going to write a narrative on. And then a conclusion we've had some practice in. That's our thoughts, reflections, feelings, opinions, things that we have, after we kind of written what we internalize about what we've just written. Take your time, remember to write a little bit each day. Topics can be something significant, important, or just every day. However, no TV or video games. TV and video games, the action's occurring on a TV, not with you. That's why we don't write about those. Remember, great topics involve family, friends, hobbies, pets, mornings, around the house, games, evenings, holidays, vacation, car trips, in-town shopping, outside hikes, food, playing, neighbors, memories, ideas, travel, and many more. A journal sample is on the back side of this cover sheet. It's also on the classroom's YouTube channel under Spring Break Journal, W23.1 and W23.2. So I give 2 examples. They'll both be in your journal, and they'll both be on the weekly YouTube channel, and that'll be the only thing that's on that weekly YouTube channel. There'll be nothing else. Try to make complete sentences every time you write using capitals, periods, subjects, predicates, and prepositional phrases. All those things we've gone over, so we're going to practice including those in our journals. Turn this journal in with your regular work packet on or before week 23. 23 is going to be the week after spring break, so you can turn it in on Monday to the bus drivers, I'm imagining, or you can turn it in on Friday. So you'll get a new packet on Monday and turn this in with it. This is just coming as something for you guys to keep sharp at over the spring break. So one thing I'm going to ask you to do as well is to have like a spiral notebook if you need some practice. And some sharp pencils. There's one of them. This one's not too sharp, so I'm going to sharpen that one up. And I'm going to show you something simple that happened. It's not important, but it's just an everyday occurrence. She calls me every day, or at least 5 or 6 times a week. And this time she called me, it was really funny, so I'm going to write about that. So we're going to need an introduction here. I'm going to show you how to put together a body, and then we're going to have our conclusion at the bottom. So remember, for our introduction, this is going to be the first part of our narrative. I'm including the who, did what, when, and where. So I'm going to write it first, and then I'm going to check it. My daughter, so I'm indenting my paragraph. Video called me. On WhatsApp. Let's see. I think that's how you do it. Last night. her daughter. So she has a little girl. Her name's Mila. I'm going to put a comma. Mila's name there in a comma. So if you include names, you can put commas in between them. Was scooting around the kitchen in her, I'm trying to remember the name of that. In her activity walker. Okay, so who, it's daughter Mila and me, did what? Well, we're on a video call and we're watching her daughter, my granddaughter, scoot around on the floor in this activity walker or cart. When, last night, and where, it's in the kitchen. So this meets all the good criteria for a good introduction. Now here's the body of it. This is where I'm going to explain everything that happened. So that's going to be my second paragraph. I'm going to indent again. And I'm going to start telling all the details about what these things are. So she's only 8 months old. When she got this round walker with wheels. She sits in it. So she sits in this one. She sits in it. But her legs barely touch the floor. So I'm trying to draw you a picture of what this looks like. It has buttons and gadgets. Gadgets. I'm not sure if I spelled that correctly, so I'm going to put it, circle it, and put SP by it. On top. She can push it along. She pushes it along with her feet. From one end of the kitchen to the other. From one end to the other end up of the kitchen. Okay, so this means I took this out. So I rewrote my sentence. She pushes it along with her feet from one end to the other end of the kitchen. I saw myself running kitchen down twice, and we really don't even want to use those kinds of words once. Okay. All of us laughed hysterically. I don't know how to spell hysterically, but that's a good, we call this an adverb. It describes how we laughed, and it's a good adverb, but I don't really know how to spell it. But I'm not going to include it because, or exclude it because I don't know how to spell it. I'm just going to put SP down there and circle it. I might have, 2 or 3 words here I have to change later on. So here's my introduction. Here's my body, which has given me details on explaining what happened. And now I'm going to get to my conclusion. Okay, that's going to be my 3rd paragraph. So this is the thoughts I had after all this. I can't wait to see Mila, I'm going to put a comma here, my granddaughter, the next time we're together. We are together. She's grown so much since Christmas. That's not a comma, that's a period. She's grown so much since Christmas. So here's the thought I had and the reflection. I'm thinking back to Christmas, the last time I saw her, and how much I miss her, and how much fun it'll be to visit again. So here's a journal sample with an introduction, a body, and conclusion. I hope this is helpful. You can go through this and use some of these editing marks. If you have a eraser and you want to rewrite it, you might want to write it out in a spiral notebook before you include it in your journal, but that's not necessary. Making mistakes is okay when you write. Everybody makes a lot of mistakes when they write. I just try to do the best I could. So around the kitchen. So you can see that this is a preposition and this is a noun. So I included some of the prepositional phrases we've already known. In her activity walker. Preposition, noun, way over here. My daughter video called me. Here's our subject and our predicate part on WhatsApp. So you can see how we can use some of these subject and predicates and our prepositional phrases to write complete sentences. I hope this is helpful. I'm going to make another one about eating potato chips. That's going to be on video 2.